Kurtz, Mike Gallaway here, Rich Stadium in Buffalo. Spanky Spangler is the guy on top of the platform, and apparently he's going to light himself on fire as part of the exhibition portion of the show here at Rich Stadium.
He's jumping the equivalent of 3 stories on fire into an air pillow. Not my idea of a good time on Saturday night, but it's spectacular to watch. Spanky is a professional stuntman, does this day in and day out, and this is not something that I would recommend for anyone to try at home.
He's up there a ways.
He is up a long way.
That is his hoped-for landing area down on the field here at Rich Stadium. Spanky Spangler will entertain the crowd here at Rich Stadium as we await the finals of the monster truck competition.
They're telling me that he's extended it, and he is now going up to the equivalent of 14 stories high. Now that is a long ways to jump, even if you're not on fire.
Well, if you're on fire, I would imagine you want to get down in a hurry, huh?
I would. And there's no easier way down than just to jump. This is probably one of the most spectacular stunts that you will ever witness in your lifetime, because Spanky does it in tremendous, tremendous style. Hopefully landing in that big air cushion out in the middle of the field. 14 stories up in the air, kind of blinded by the lights, so that'll give you an idea of how high he actually is above this football stadium.
Now keep your eye on him.
Got his protective clothing on. Getting ready to light himself off. Puts his goggles on. Just about ready to bail out 14 stories on fire. Easing around right out on the edge of the platform.
It's scary just looking up and seeing him up there.
You imagine
without the fire, without actually jumping.
Now they're putting the glue on him, painting the glue on him, and this is what will burn as he comes down. Call him the Falling Star. Well, that's a pretty good name.
He's going to fall. He's going to fall in a hurry.
Just about ready to light him off as they're covering him well with glue, and they have the rescue squad stationed around the bottom. Get ready for Spanky. Right on the edge now. When he lights, it'll just be a matter of moments that the time he's lit on fire to the time he leaves that platform, falling those 14 stories to the air cushion.
There's the
There's
fire.
the torch.
There he goes.
Getting ready. Look at that. Unbelievable. See if he's all right. Now there's the rescue squad throwing in some towels. There's still no movement from inside of that as the guys are going in there after him. Could have knocked the wind out of him very, very easily, and Spanky still very quiet, checking him over. Well, he's all right, Bob Kurtz. I'll tell you what, that's quite a stunt in itself.
That's a heck of a way to have to make a living. It looks like he's still a little groggy.
Well, I would imagine he would be. 14-story fall on fire, and Spanky did it up in style. Quite a gentleman. Spanky Spangler. Yeah, let's watch him as he lights himself on fire. He gets the fire burning real well, then comes off, falling over, rolling to his back, and that rolling to his back will snuff the fire out as soon as he lands on that cushion. Here's a good close shot, and see the fire coming off of him. The glue burning. They're reaching over and giving him one little last shot, and here comes Spanky. Now watch him roll to his back As he rolls to his back and hits that, it'll snuff it out. A beautiful job. Not my idea of a good time, but Spanky doing a great job here this evening.
Got an exhibition portion of the program, one that's extremely interesting. A lot of the fans have come out here to see. Up until now, Mike, basically have been dealing with vehicles that have one engine. This thing is the Bud Boss, and it obviously has more than one.
Twin motors. We've been talking about naturally aspirated engines. Here's two supercharged 1,700 horsepower apiece. Keith Black Hemi, none other than the Budweiser boss.
Gary Collins out of El Dorado Springs, Missouri. About 300 miles, I guess, from St. Louis.
Yes, and this man does a great job. This is probably the finest four-wheel drive pulling vehicle in America. A beautiful vehicle sitting on 4 brand new Dixie Peck pulling tires. Watch Gary Collins, the Budweiser boss. He's got power. It's only got 2 gears in it. Fast and very fast.
What kind of mileage this thing gets?
Oh, it's terrible. I think about 340 gallons to the mile. Here comes the Budweiser boss. Hold on for Gary Collins.
Look out! He could have put that one about 15 rows up into the seats.
I tell you what, Gary Collins says you guys don't take it on outside, and he was on his way. The flagman's got the red flags up trying to shut him down, and the Budweiser boss is just getting warmed up. He's ready to go. Give me about another 300 foot and let me get this thing aired out. I tell you what, that would be a tremendous ride. Gary Collins, El Dorado Spring, and one of the prettiest vehicles on the circuit.
There it is, the Budweiser boss.
Watch him. Watch the dirt that comes off of the front tires and funnels back. When we talk about the front tires getting a hold of the track, he's throwing dirt over the front of the sled with the power off of the front tires. A good front shot. You see Gary Collins with the Budweiser boss, and he is on his way to a full pull and then some. Gets it turned. He says, I'm headed out of the stadium. Flagman says, here, get it down, shut it down, shut it down, and Collins brings the boss to a halt. Another beautiful for the Budweiser boss.
It's Mike Gallaway, the battle of the monster trucks. We have 8 to start with, and we'll get down to the champion. We have a Durliner Giant, the Virginia Giant, Samson 1, Excalibur, the Lone Ranger, Barefoot, the Skull Crusher, and last but certainly not least, Bigfoot. The Durliner Giant against the Virginia Giant as we get the competition underway.
Side-by-side action. They'll go off the starting mound across a short chute, crush 6 cars up another little finish mound, and trip the flags for the winner. Durliner Giant versus the Virginia Giant. 2 supercharged Ford motors. Durliner Giant is setting with a 472 supercharged Ford engine. Truck weighs 20,000 pounds. Virginia Giant 494 supercharged Boss Hemi Ford motor, and it weighs a total of 13,000. Virginia Giant's got a lead. Here comes the Durliner. It's neck and neck. The Giant, the Durliner looks like he's in the lead. Let's see the finish.
The Durliner.
The Durliner.
What a wild race that was. 8 trucks to start off with. We'll eliminate it down to 2, but right now the Durliner has beaten the Virginia Giant in the first round of competition.
Kurt Dabney did a great job with this supercharged Ford motor. He's out of North Carolina with the Virginia Giant, and he actually didn't trip the flags. He ran over the top of them.
We'll get another look at the race. It was a quick one, and the Durliner Giant came out on top.
Virginia Giant beats him out of the starting blocks and has got about a half a truck lead on him when they hit the cars. But right here's where that Durliner Giant is making up ground on him. You can see him on the far side as he's beginning to make up the power. And when he hits the ground, he slams the throttle down and he's covering a lot of territory. Now watch him right here as he gets high in the air and actually jumps over the flags and lands on top of them. Front tires clear it, back tires trip the flags, and right there's your winner, first round of competition, Durliner Giant.